Okay, and moving on. Question number 2. Respect asks me, can you see Steve Rogers, Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Commander Shepard from Mass Effect working as a team? Who do you think is the best leader between Steve Rogers, Leonardo, and Commander Shepard? Actually, you know what? I kind of can picture it. I can picture it. I'm always one open-minded to the possibilities of that happening, but I can definitely see that. But I would definitely see the best leader, Steve Rogers. That dude is a born leader. You can see aspects of Commander Shepard. You can see they molded Commander Shepard kind of around Steve Rogers. If you really look carefully, you know, he became a born leader during the process of the Mass Effect game. Steve Rogers, same way. Okay? So, I can see it. But don't get me wrong, Leo is a good leader too. But, Steve Rogers all the way, bro. All the way. Okay, question number 3 is a kind of a taking me back to when I was a kid. So, I'll probably have to revert back to my younger self on this one. So bear with me on this one, people. Okay, I don't know if you have heard or seen. Did you used to watch an old children's classic show called Thomas the Tank Engine? And you say, Respect says he used to love it. I used to watch it when I was a kid, and I still do to this day. If you did used to watch it, who was your favorite train character from the series? Okay. Well, basically, Respect, I would watch Thomas once in a while. I wasn't really too much of a Thomas fan. I was more of a Sesame Street fan. Sesame Street, Faggle Rocks, and the Muppet Show and things like that. That was my show. Muppets. Jim Henson was my boy when I was a kid. When it came to puppets, no Barney, nothing like that. Barney came out later. I was about too old for Barney. But when it came to Sesame Street, Bert and Ernie was my boys. I used to love Bert and Ernie. I know everybody gets a little, gay jokes out of Bert and Ernie and stuff like that, but besides that, Sesame Street, and I guarantee you, ain't nobody here that probably hasn't watched Sesame Street when they were a kid. I still sometimes if I'm working in the morning, I'd get up and I'll turn it on just to see what's going on, what's the letter of the day, and watch the count, and stuff like that, and that's yeah, you're taking me back, Respect. You're taking me back. Question number 4, Respect asks me, this is a good one, people. Have you seen the 3 Fatal Fury movies? Fatal Fury, the motion picture. Well, okay, you're going backwards. Okay, Fatal Fury, The Legend of the Hunger Wolf, Fatal Fury 2, New Battle, then Fatal Fury, the motion picture, the anime movie that came out in the movie theaters. Okay, and did you like the song "Ain't Oh Angel"? Of all 3, of my favorite is the Legend of the Hunger, the beginning. Yes, Lily, Terry's first love. Tragic, tragic, very tragic. He's never forgotten about Lily. He still sees her spirit from time to time. Those are great. I have recommended everybody to watch those shows. If you like Street Fighter, the animated stuff, you're gonna love Fatal Fury. Witnessing their adopted father get killed, by Geese Howard. Avenging their father's death. Basically, Fatal Fury is is Street Fighter. It is. Street Fighter is the most influenced fighter game ever. And Terry is just an American version of Ryu. You know, even though Terry and Andy are brothers, but you know, I like how they simplify Terry and Andy, how they fight. Terry is like a tree with his roots all his roots all in the earth. So he goes with the flow. You know, he's not very much angered. While Andy is more like an animal. He's always baring his fangs. You know, when he gets into combat. The chemistry between Mai and Andy is classic. You know, she wants this from Andy. Andy's like, okay, the motion picture was great because that was where we thought, once again, Terry found someone else he could love. You know, he was falling in love again. You know, he said it. He told Sulia, I love you too, Sulia. But unfortunately, she died. To protect the one she loved, she sacrificed herself. And it's always tragic. I'm a sucker for love stories like that. And it was great. I love those series. I have those in my anime collection. I urge people to check those out. Recommend those, to watch them. You're gonna love them. The second fight in Fatal Fury 2 was great to kind of show, Terry's popularity as the man who defeated Geese Howard. But unfortunately, there was somebody better than Geese Howard, and that's how it always is. That's something that even my senseis would always say. There's always someone better out there. Never think you're unbeatable. There's always someone better. Some of my other fellow students, fellow people didn't believe in that because, and they were arrogant enough to think they could be beaten, and didn't think they could be beaten, and sometimes it happened. But we saw Geese Howard, Geese Howard's half brother, Wolfgang Krauser from Germany, and he had the armor of Mars on him. But Terry conquered his fear after he was defeated. Conquered his fear. He went through a little stall, drinking and things like that, conquering his demons. You got to see a little bit more of Terry's past in Part 2, where you saw him growing up on the streets, fighting, learning different techniques from street fighting to martial arts, challenging guys bigger than him when he was about maybe 8, 11 years old, fighting guys and he beat them. Just saying, he had to get stronger, and he did it. So I love Terry. The origin of their stories are great. The wolf, the lone wolf, Terry Bogard. Can't go wrong with those movies. I love those movies. Next question is, Respect, you asked me, you got excellent news. You said you was on Comic Vine. Again, laughing out loud. I think that I've been plugging Comic Vine a lot. I think a lot of people have been going there. And you read that Alex Ross is bringing back the Phantom. Yes, I've read that too. I've read it too, and I think it's great. I've said it before, classic heroes like the Shadow and the Phantom have always been fan favorites with me. Two characters that came out in the 30s before Superman. Even though Supes gets the credit of being the first super-powered superhero, he's not the first superhero. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Alex Ross brings to the table with the Phantom. I'm a huge fan of the Phantom as well. The Ghost Who Walks, and we're definitely gonna see what happens between that. I'm looking forward to it. Next question you asked me, Respect. Your last and sixth question is, have you seen the anime series Samurai X, aka Rurouni Kenshin? Yes, the OVA. What did you think of the series, and have you seen the two OVAs? And who was one of your favorite characters from Rurouni Kenshin, apart from Kenshin? Okay, well, I've seen everything Rurouni Kenshin. That's a stupid question. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. You know, I'm just joking. Always great to hear from a fellow Rurouni Kenshin fan. Yes, I've seen everything Rurouni Kenshin has ever brought out. They've brought out. Besides Kenshin, you said yours is Sonosuke Sagara, who had the big Zambato. Unfortunately, Kenshin broke that. Uh, um, hmm. Wow, Sonosuke's cool. I can't deny that. Um, yeah, I'll go with Sonosuke on this one. Definitely.